Okay, rotations. So the first type of rotation is 90 degrees. But before we go over that, I just want to talk about the different quadrants. So in order to do 90-degree rotations, it's important to know which quadrants are which and what are the signs for each quadrant. So um, we kind of go around counterclockwise here. So the first quadrant, quadrant 1 here, right? You have a positive x value and a positive y value. So I'm going to put positive comma positive. Okay, your y value is positive and your x value is positive. Okay, quadrant 2 over here, you have a negative x value and then a positive y value. So all your points, all your coordinates over here should have a negative x value and then a positive y value. Okay, and then if we go down here, this is going to be quadrant 3. And all the coordinates down here are negative, negative. They're all to the left and they're all down. So they're all negative, negative. So this point C here is -2, -5. So all the points in quadrant 3 are negative and negative. And then quadrant 4, you're going to have a positive x value and a negative y value. You're going to be to the right and down. Okay, so quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we know the signs for each of those. Okay. So let's do a 90-degree rotation here. So let me change colors here. We do the original one, or let me draw the original triangle in. I can draw straight lines. Okay, there's A, B, C. Okay, there's triangle ABC. So we want to rotate this 90 degrees counterclockwise. So, and if you look at a clock as an example, if you look at the way the second hand is moving, right, it's moving this way. This would be clockwise, right? So if it's rotating this way, oops, I could draw a nice circle, right? This would be clockwise, right? The same direction as the clock, right? And then this direction here, we go this way, right? That's going to be counterclockwise, the opposite way the hands on the clock move, counterclockwise. Okay, so let me erase all that though. Let's get on to the 90-degree rotation here. Okay, so we're rotating 90 degrees clockwise. We know that a circle is 360 degrees around. Okay, so since the circle is 360 degrees around, 90 degrees is going to be 1/4 of it. 180 is going to be 2/4 of it. 270 is going to be 3/4 of it. So if we're doing a 90-degree rotation, we're only going 1/4 around the circle. So we're only going over one quadrant. 90 degrees is going to move our points over one quadrant counterclockwise. So if we look at point A here, we have the points 1, 2. Okay, the first step you're going to do for a 90-degree rotation is you're going to switch the coordinates. So it's going to become 2, 1. Okay, and then you got to look at see which quadrant it ends up in. So point A here is in quadrant 1. If we go 90 degrees counterclockwise, okay, it's going to end up over here at A prime. Okay, so since we're in quadrant 2, the coordinates for quadrant 2 are negative, positive. So it's a -2, +1. Okay, point B is -3, 4. It's in quadrant 2. So if we go 90 degrees counterclockwise, okay, we're going to be down in quadrant 3. Okay. So our first step here is to change our, don't worry about the signs, just change your coordinates. So let's make this 4 and then 3. Don't worry about the signs. So step 1 is just switch the coordinates. And then step 2 is going to be figure out the signs. So we're going counterclockwise 90 degrees. So we're going one quadrant counterclockwise. That's going to put us in quadrant 3, which is negative, negative. So B prime is going to be -4, -3. So -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then -3. So here's going to be B prime. And then C prime, it's going to be in quadrant 4, right? So if C is in quadrant 3, so it's going to rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. It's going to end up in quadrant 4. So if we look at our coordinate here, -2, -5. So first step, again, just ignore the sign. So we're going to switch it so it's 5, 2. Okay. And if we look at quadrant 4, that's going to be positive and negative. So we want a +5 and a -2. Okay. So +5, -2 would be here. And so there's C prime. Okay, and if we connect our dots, oops, last line wasn't very good. Okay, this will be a 90-degree rotation. And see how all these points are rotating 90 degrees counterclockwise. And you can imagine the whole shape here doing that 90-degree rotation around the